You know, Doris, at this time of the season, coaches of struggling teams may start to feel a little bit of heat. And as you and I know, that can be a distraction.
But Kevin, losing is hard, even when it's expected. It's hard for the players, for the staff, and for the fans. So many times it's about the expectation. Is a team underperforming? Then an owner can start to get antsy.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Up in the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. Miller is out there with Rozier, and it's Williams at the 5.
Markkinen, the big man from Finland. He can flat score it, folks.
Rozier for 3, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Dunn. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Now, here's Rozier. He's covered by Kessler. And it's Rozier missing. Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against the Kings. And when it comes to the Charlotte Hornets, DB, this is a squad that wants to keep getting better, clearly.
Kevin, it shows you how challenging success and sustained success in particular is. This is an organization that has had pockets of success in the past. But the keys to this are you drafting well? Are you developing young talent? Have you built out a culture? Do you have top-down leadership that trickles through an organization? This is something Charlotte has to think about.
Bridges shot. Good.
Miles Bridges, explosive right there on the interior. Goes right through the coverage.
Dunn kicks to Collins. Dunn looking over the floor. Kessler passes to Collins. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Left side, Miller over Sexton. That's good for Miller, the assist from Bridges.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now, here's Collins. 17 points in his last outing. Sexton's shot is good.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
And it's Rozier missing. Jazz trail by 6. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. The shot by Markkinen. Nobody around. No good on the 3. Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Rozier against Dunn. Here's Collins. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
The dive for the ball. And Charlotte turns it over again. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Taking a look at the Hornets, this hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And you know, for the Hornets, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Nick Richards comes in for Williams. And it's P.J. Washington in for Miles Bridges. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. LDB, the Jazz have managed to stay competitive while going into a rebuild.
Kevin, you've got to give Utah credit. That is not an easy task. They have managed to amass a great deal of first-round picks and young talent and still remain focused on winning. Truly incredible.
The Jazz making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Lauri Markkanen.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
On defense, Charlotte. They lead by 4. Bucket is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here is George. Pass to Abaji. Fires for 3. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Tries from the block, and that one's good. Richards.
You love to see the unselfishness of Miles Bridges. Just another guy has a better shot. He's ready to move that basketball.
Here's George. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nick Richards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:44 left in the first quarter. Here's Abaji out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
A chance now to see the numbers for Olynyk. Really been a key contributor over the past month. 8th in field goal percentage, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Jazz second. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
You know, it's been interesting to see both clubs really clamping down with their pressure on the ball defensively. I mean, forcing turnovers and then getting out in transition to score.
There's the double team with Martin. George with no one around. The Jazz with another miss. Here's Richards. 1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
.124 left in the first quarter. George finds Clarkson. The shot. The rebound by Richards. Hornets leading by 4. For Clarkson, it's been about finding a place in the NBA that suits him.
You know what, Kevin? That is often the case for players who are not superstars, but are quality players. Jordan Clarkson came into the league with a reputation as a gunner. But here's a guy who can fill in as a starter, he can play off the bench, and he's always willing to accept his role.
The Hornets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Passes it to McGowan. Shoots over Clarkson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And that one's good. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Here's Smith. Abaji pulls it in.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Foul. Nick Richards. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
2. Utah shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first free throw is good. The Jazz making a switch here. Fontecchio's checked in. And George drops them both. We've got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Smith against George. In the corner, it's Martin. Goes up on the wing. The rebound by the Jazz.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Good if it goes. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
16.
Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some have argued for changing the charge rules. Did you see that?
And, you know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. That seems less extreme.
On the floor for Charlotte, the forwards are Hayward and Washington. Rozier's out there with Miller, and it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Rozier. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing.
This is why you have to stay attached to Rozier. This guy ready to shoot it off the bounce.
Here's George. Markkanen passes to Kessler. Beyond the arc, and Lauri Markkanen with the 3. Markkanen's got the lead up to 2 now for the Jazz.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
George dishes to Markkanen. Kicks it to Collins. And Collins gets double-teamed. Markkanen throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Williams. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
The pass to Collins. To the inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
This time's checked in for George. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Dunn. And the basket is good. And now a 3-point Jazz lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Hayward, good. Nice assist for Williams.
Listen, the jumper is a key weapon for this team. When Gordon Hayward's effective with it, their offense becomes more efficient. Simple as that.
Back in the 2022 offseason doors, the Jazz traded their 2 All-Stars, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert.
And what that got them, Kevin, was a ton of draft picks. But to me, the real prize is Lauri Markkanen, who made the All-Star game, and Walker Kessler, who looks like a big-time stud, particularly on the defensive end.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Credit where credit is due. P.J. Washington is one hard-working guy on the floor. Isn't he, Greg?
He's got that greatness to him, Kevin. Values every chance he gets to affect the game. And like you said, he puts a ton of effort into his play.
That free throw good from Washington.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
That one misses.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Williams with the block. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Washington. Here's Hayward. And again, the Hornets missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
To the right side. To the paint. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers done showing great vision.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Collins. The Jazz working the ball around now. Sexton dishes to Dunn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
That's a 2 from Rozier. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor. For Utah, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Here's Collins. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Inside. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Miller.
Attacking right there. Hayward using the strength that he has built up over the years to finish through contact.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. And the Jazz call time here. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused and they made everything they looked at.
So it's Utah now, trailing by 2. 1:29 left to play here in the half. Clarkson against Miller. Just 5 on the clock. The Jazz again can't hit it. Charlotte's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. McGowan's no good.
Well, it's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Rozier for 3. That one doesn't go. It's his 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. The second chance effort. And Williams with the layup. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
36 seconds left in the first half. Back to Horton Tucker. Over Williams. Bridges with the board. Charlotte in the lead. Lets it go from 11, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Out to the wing. Lets it go with the 3. Hendricks can't get it to go. Miller, that's for 2. Again, the Hornets score.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And that concludes the first half. Hornets lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. There was no stopping Terry Rozier in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts on the Hornets' first half?
I have to applaud their offensive consistency. They're not wasting possessions or taking bad shots. That's a testament to their patience, their discipline. They're focusing on playing intelligent basketball.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Right now, they're playing well only on one end of the court. All their energy has been spent on the offensive end. And that's a change. They're just going to keep giving up easy buckets, and the game's going to get away from them.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We'll see Markkanen and Collins at forward. Sexton is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Kessler in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. The Utah Jazz have found themselves a new all-star in Lauri Markkanen. Coach Will Hardy says he's our best player, but we're not making our team about him. We have a lot of really good players. Everyone is finding a way to coexist, and that's the great thing about our team. Kevin?
Yeah, a quick rebuild. And David Aldridge, thank you for that report. Here's Dunn after Gordon Hayward's bucket. The open look here for Sexton. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight. Charlotte leading by 5. Now here's Hayward. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 6 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Kessler, boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, Chris Dunn's passing ability was ready-made for the NBA.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. You know, Greg, one place you really see Walker Kessler making his presence felt is on the defensive end.
And boy, he has got a nose for blocks, doesn't he? I mean, able to detect shots forming and get a hand on the ball. It is such a gift that allows this guy to make such a big difference on that side of the ball.
Free throw line jump shot. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Jazz trail by 8. Dunn outside. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Now this is Markkanen cleaning up on the offensive end. 7-footer, just so skilled, he can find different spots to be effective.
That's a 2 from Rozier, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Rozier's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets. Jazz have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Lobbed up there for Collins.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins, willing to mix it up down low.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Williams can't get it to go.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Here's Markkanen. And a missed layup. Hornets leading by 6. Bridges outside. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
For the Jazz, Fontecchio's checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Dunn. Charlotte also making some changes. Washington's checked in for Williams, and it's Cody Martin in for Miller. Now, here's Sexton. 5 points in the game. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
Substitution on the court.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls.
And that game against Sacramento, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Fontecchio, shot clock at 6. Deep 2 from Clarkson. The Jazz with another miss. Charlotte leading by 6. Passes it to Washington. Over Hendricks. And it's Washington missing.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
To the middle. Hendricks, good. Hendricks has got his first points of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Rozier for 3. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And here's George. After Terry Rozier hitting the 3. He lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McGowan. And he banks in the layup. And now a 10-point Hornets lead. Here's George. He's got 8. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nick Richards. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Olenek is checked in for Utah. The Hornets also with the sub. Smith checked in for Rozier. Seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock at 5. And George kicks to Olenek. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from George. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Hornets. Martin the pass to Richards. Shoots over Olenek. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
The pass to Olenek. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Olenek's got his first points in this one.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Out left to the wing. Here's Washington. The rebound by the Jazz.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Well, Clarkson doesn't do huge assist numbers, but he won't waste a wide-open opportunity.
And so it's Charlotte with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Sexton dishes to Collins. Back to Sexton. Drops in the layup for two. Sexton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Jazz. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Bridges and Washington are manning the post position. Smith is out there with Miller. And it's Hayward in at the 3 slot.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
Here's Collins. To the basket by Charlotte. The dish to Clarkson. Over Hayward. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Hornets leading by 6. Miller up on top. Defended by Sexton. From 12 feet out. Washington, that's good.
Wow, boy, Miles Bridges showing you that he's not just a scorer. How about that pass and setup?
Pass to Markkanen. Count it, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hayward against Clarkson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's his first personal.
You know, Gordon Hayward has paid a price in the gym, and now his strength allows him to score through aggressive defenders.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Charlotte.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Wasted no time on that one. Rozier's got 13 points here in the second half alone. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Lobbed up there for Collins. Bridges with the steal. Rozier against Dunn. Williams gets the bucket.
Assist goes to Terry Rozier III.
Jazz trail by 13. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside Collins. Pass to Abaji. And nothing is falling for him right now. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. This is the most they've led by, 13 points.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Utah calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to pull this guy off.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Horton Tucker comes in for Sexton. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Dunn outside. 6 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Rozier. Hornets leading by 16. Pass to Hayward. Good. And Miller gets the assist.
Boy, pure strength from Hayward. Loves overcoming any challenge a defender might throw his way.
Collins kicks to Markkanen. Plenty of space. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 11 rebounds in the game. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Jazz have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Williams with the block. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
2 minutes remaining
to the inside. And finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Rozier for three. And it's the Hornets another three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
It's going to take more than that to impede the progress of Miles Bridges, so adept, keeping his focus on the basket when he shoots it.
Here's Markkanen. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. Here's Horton Tucker. Covered by Miller. Outside Collins. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hornets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Terry Rozier.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Utah with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. You know, Greg, after a few seasons of development, Lauri Markkanen has really emerged.
And he's such a unique player. It took him a while to kind of figure out how to maximize all of those talents and also minimize the weaknesses. But boy, has he arrived.
And he knocks down the first one.
Obviously, we've seen Lauri Markkanen make a considerable leap. This guy goes from role player to all-star talent.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And Markkanen drops them both. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Smith right side. That's a two from Martin. Here's Washington. Takes it off the glass.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
The 8-footer, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Hit my elbow on the funny bone. I didn't feel a thing. I heard that the world was ending. I didn't